Hey friends, it's me, Frenny, aka Friend the Human,
And Slapper.
and this is Vibes and Delights. It's spooky season, and we've got some scary ass stories today. Slapper and I took the day off today just because I needed a mental health day, and then we went to have breakfast, and me and Slapper was so cute. I was getting him eating his migas, and he was just like, "What are you taking pictures of me for?" It was so cute. That place opened like during COVID, and like one time it was like early in the morning, and I didn't have to go to work, and we didn't have the kids, and I remember I was just like, I have cabin fever. Y'all, I tried to say cabin fever so many times. I'm gonna leave it. Leave it. I don't give a shit. Anyway, so cabin fever, we had it really bad. And they were just like, fuck it, I just really want some breakfast. And then we went out there. And then I apologized like a million times to the waiters and waitresses. And they were so nice. And the food was just how I needed it. It was good. I just like a good simple breakfast. What do you think? What is your favorite kind of breakfast, baby? Like I just need some eggs, like some scrambled eggs or an omelet. Or you know what? Actually, hold on. Let me tell you my breakfast order. Okay. So at my old job, I would have like a scramble, okay? And then it would have like ham, onion, bacon, they would have like the link sausage too, and then I would put spinach on it and onions, and then I would put syrup on it. They would like toss that shit on the like grill in front of you, and it was amazing. And then whenever like we're like going to brunch or something, I just like a good scrambled egg and the good stringy hash browns with syrup, and then if I get an omelet, which I think I'm not going to do anymore because nobody makes them the way I want them, but like I always get like ham, bacon, onion, and spinach. So so those are my pillars. What about you, baby?
I think my favorites are like machaca and
Mmm.
country fried steak.
Mmm. But you love you some chorizo though. Like you made sure that they specifically had chorizo before we really started ordering. Oh my gosh, there was like a taco shop right next door.
Oh yeah, we were like, let's go here, and if this taco shop looks good, we'll go there. But it said it was a taqueria. It was called Gimme Taco, and it had like a hard shell taco mascot.
Yeah.
It looked super Tex-Mex. I was like, nah,
Right,
I'm
like,
good.
oh, it's like, what in the velvet taco is this?
Right.
But velvet taco is good
Well,
though.
they have interesting combinations and stuff.
Yeah,
But
but I'm not expecting no good street food breakfast though from like
not
Velvet
that
Taco,
place.
and that place was open for breakfast. So I was like, what the hell are they making at this morning? But one day we will try it. But yeah, that hard shell taco, man, we was like, nope, and we kept driving. Y'all need to be more mindful with your mascots now. Judge a book like's cover over here. But
Right.
anyway, but it was really nice. It was a really fun breakfast. We hadn't had breakfast together in a long time. And then when we were at breakfast, I found there was like an update to a story, and like I'm so excited. While we were out, we went to Ulta, which was next door, and I picked up something that I've been needing. I've also been like trying to do some like makeup tools so I can make little ghosties, but like man, that shit's so expensive. So eventually, maybe better luck next year, but we're still gonna have fun this year. And then while we were out, we also picked up this. It's Spooky Lakes. From Geo Rutherford. If y'all are on the same side of TikTok, I am, which y'all should be because y'all, I repost as many cool things as I can because I want to give y'all a peek at what I'm looking at. Like, I want you to come with me because, like, I reference shit all the time that people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So if you go on my repost, I'm literally reposting the cool stuff that I see. So you can see what I see, right? You can see what I think is important enough to repost. You know what I'm saying? And also cute enough to repost. Man, I love me them cat videos. Anyway, but one of the things that Slappa and I have been annually doing is Spooky Lake Month, and that's Geo on TikTok at Geo. And they start with yes, hello, it's Spooky Lake Month. And it's like where we do 31 days of haunted hydrology, and I love that part. I love how she says hydrology. I love it so much. But we started, oh my gosh, what were we doing? I remember I was like not feeling well, or I was like really high, or I remember not wanting to drive to Louisiana for some reason or another. And I was really emotional. And I remember the weather was really bad. Usually when we drive to Louisiana, I leave Dallas, like, cause I want to get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drive through this damn traffic and we going to get the fuck there because I don't want to be on this damn road all day. You know what I'm saying? And then Slappa drives home. So I let him drive home because he says I get to irritating for Sunday mornings. And also, I can be quite the terrible person to be on a road trip with. Like, I'm not gonna lie, don't take a road trip with me. I don't like road tripping unless it's with him. You know what I'm saying? But like, I like road tripping with my sister and brother. Like the one or two times that we've done it, we always have a good time. But like, maybe that's something like now that we're not drinking so much anymore, that we'll probably, have more fun at, with more disposable income. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get all sidetracked. I'm just like kind of excited about my progress on not drinking so much. But anyway, but whenever so anyway, he was driving, and that's how I know there was something amiss with me, because normally I drive to Shreveport, right? And so, I remember crying in this, like in a blanket. Like I was so bundled up, and like all of a sudden I like scroll and it's a video about Lake Baikal. And I was just like, damn, this lake sounds equally amazing, fascinating, and scary. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I started getting more of her Spooky Lake content. And then we hit like October, and I'd been telling Slappa about these damn lakes, and like we just ended up hooking up to the car and we just listened to it in the car. And and then when October came around, she was like, we're gonna do 31 days of haunted hydrology. And I was like, oh shit, what's that gonna be about? And then I forgot about it, and then we came back and they had several episodes, and then I was like, baby, look at this. And then we've been watching annually for the last 2 or 3 years. But that was like a long convoluted story, and I'm really sorry about it. But what else are you doing right now? Anyway, but like, that's what, if you love me, you would love that. I love Spooky Lake Month because it's so interesting. It's like filled with fun facts about the sea, and the underwater to me is like a very scary place. And then I also kind of think about like Pacific Rim, because like Pacific Rim is like an ode to me about all the shit we don't know that's going on under there. You know what I'm saying? Another reason that I love Godzilla so much in like the Hollow Earth is because we don't know, because we've never explored down there. You know what I'm saying? And so it's fun to believe that it really exists. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I think that I really love about like underwater, and the way she tells her stories, is because it is mysterious, it is fun, but it's also like, it's like a part of our world that we don't know anything about. You know what I mean? And I just fucking adore it. And I just love the way she speaks, and she's so animate, or she's, you can only really see this much of her face all the time, but you can tell she really like just takes on this beautiful persona when she's telling us about these spooky lakes. And so whenever I found out that there was going to be a book, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go find that shit. And I did. And then you can buy it online. You can go visit Geo and get it from their shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited that we happened across it today. And then, like, one more book that I actually was thinking about getting was one of my mutuals, Ashley Vortman. She, like, does a lot of, like, spooky art. And she did a call to her mutuals who have, like, who wanted a free book. And I was one of the lucky people that got a chance to say, yes, I would love a book. And I haven't gotten it yet, but as soon as I get it, if I get it, I can't wait to show it to you guys. I'm super hype. I'm gonna put it all in the Discord. Join the Discord. I'm gonna take pictures, and y'all can see us. Like, I'm sure Slap will slap some pictures up there, you know what I'm saying, of our adventures. But yeah, I love you guys. I just wanted to tell y'all what we've been up to today. So I told y'all that I found a bunch of scary stories, right? They're all baby related or kid related, offspring related. Spawn. Spawn. Yeah.
Spawn.
Spawn. Yeah. They're all Spawn related. So grab your vibes and delights, and let's jump into the first story, okay? And it has an update. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I won't be her surrogate? And there is a content warning. There's a lot of violence with a certain someone in this story. So please take a breath with me. Everything's okay. We are safe together. And let's start vibing and delighting, okay? Excuse my errors in etiquette. I'm not a frequent to Reddit. My friend suggested I use her throwaway account to make this post, so please be gentle with me, as much as strangers can be on the internet. I, Celeste, I love that name, by the way. Just want to say that I love that name. Anyway, I, Celeste, have an identical twin sister. We'll call her Stacy for the sake of the story. Our mother, unfortunately, passed away in child labor, and we were raised by our father. Stacy has been married to Jeff for 8 years. I've been in a relationship with Mike for 3. One thing I've always known about my sister is that she wanted to be a mom. Even when we were children, she was always thinking about wedding ideas, nursery themes, baby names, etc. I was always more focused on books and having fun. I am now a flight attendant. Oh, that's crazy. I am also attempting to be a. I am also. I'm sorry. I am also attempting to become a published author. My sister has not worked ever, honestly. When we graduated high school, we went straight to college. She met her boyfriend in college, and once she graduated, became a stay-at-home girlfriend until she became his wife. I have known for a while that my sister's been attempting to become pregnant unsuccessfully. She's experienced she has experienced a single miscarriage and has been unable to become pregnant again after thousands and thousands of dollars being spent on IVF and pretty much anything they could do because she wanted to experience pregnancy.
Damn.
After 5 years of no success, they have started to discuss other options. My sister isn't interested in adoption and is very adamant on having a child that has both of their DNA. Her words, not mine. About 3 weeks ago, she came to my house and we were hanging out as we usually do, just chatting, watching Modern Family. Is that a good show? Y'all tell us in the comments. Is that a good show?
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of that. I've
Really?
seen clips of it, but never watched it.
I feel like I've seen people watching it, but I don't think I've ever actually watched it.
Right.
Sorry, guys. I was just wondering.
I know it exists.
Right. I was just wondering. Sorry, guys. But she told me she had a serious question and needed to ask me while she still had her nerve. It scared me, but she asked if I could be her surrogate. I was frozen for a second and asked what she meant. She told me that I know what a surrogate was, and she needed me to be her surrogate.
Why her?
Well, she's a twin,
So?
so they would share DNA.
But when there's a surrogate, I thought they just take an egg and fertilize it and put it in a different woman. I don't think it matters who it is. Could be wrong. I don't know. That's how I thought it worked.
You know what? I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting. So interesting. I expressed that she knew I wasn't interested in having children. This could definitely be due to how we came into the world. Oh my God, because they're mom. Oh my gosh. Okay. But I'll be honest and say that I have never found the thought of having children appealing in any way. Truth understood. I only wanted to have his kid. I told her that I would have zero issue with donating my eggs to her. However many she needed, she could have them all. But I could not carry her child. Upon hearing that, she became so angry. Her face was so red, and she was just yelling about it. It's obvious I'm jealous and hateful because this is a small task. What?
What?
Hold on. She got angry and said that she was jealous. What is the jealousy? Where's the jealousy, though? Because
she's jealous that she can't have a kid. I don't know.
And
or that she's married.
Oh, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, sure, Jan.
Man.
Right. But and then it says that it's a small task, honey. There's
Making a
nothing
baby,
small about pregnancy.
it's about as small as a baby.
And you know what's crazy? You wrong for that. It's the size of what is Lynn's makeup looks. Is she said it was like a small, the size of a leaf of kale. It said one time. Like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, but like I wonder how she's been lied to. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's very obvious like she thinks it's not that serious, but she herself had a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? It is that serious. So I don't know. Maybe she's just like,
She's just desperate.
yeah, maybe she's just like misplacing her anger, essentially. I'll try to give her the benefit of the doubt. You know, they are twins, you know, they're sisters. We'll see. We'll see, bitch. All right. Just had to get that in there. I didn't want to bring it to her attention, but she's always spoke about having more than 4 kids. Would the expectation be for me to do this? Oh,
Nah, dog.
Jesus. How many? How many?
I don't understand why it has to be her. I'd like to know her thought process on that. Because is it because they're cheap and they don't want to pay someone else to do it, and they're gonna get her to do it for free?
Ooh, okay. And then she ended up, I don't know. I'm just starting to feel bad. She ended up telling me that if I couldn't do this one thing for her, you want her to do 4 though. And technically it's 8 because if you ask me, okay, there's labor, there's the pregnancy and then there's labor. You know what I'm saying? And then not to mention the childbirth. You know what I'm saying? Like to me those are separate and that's like 12. If you ask me 12, okay? Okay. All right. But she says she ended up telling me that if I couldn't do this one thing for her, how could I ever call myself her sister? And then she broke a picture of us. Never mind. And she broke a picture of us I have sitting on my mantle and stormed out. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. My body, mine. Okay? Fuck you. Fuck you. And your 4 kids too, bitch. Ooh, I'm mad. Since then, she's only texted me pictures of her diaries from when we were kids and all
Manipulating.
the vision boards she said, and I'm stopping her from creating a family for no reason and to think about the bigger picture. And my boyfriend refuses to give me advice saying it's my sister, and he doesn't feel comfortable attempting to sway me in either direction
What,
because it's such a touchy subject.
sir? Go somewhere else.
What
You
would
don't.
you do?
I would not want you to be a surrogate just because she wanted you to be one. Like, if you wanted to do it, okay. If we were just dating, I would probably break up with you
Yeah.
because like, I don't want to have to take care of you while you have this baby that you're just gonna give to your sister. Like, I'll take care of you for our child.
And besides, like, you wouldn't have to worry about this for me because I myself know that I am not mentally okay enough to go through another pregnancy. Like, if I do, it will be the end of Frenny. Like, and I know that's so morbid to say, but I know what I can and can't do, and I cannot do that again. You know what I mean? It's just kind of messed up. It's crazy. I couldn't do that for somebody, and then and for them to break my things on the way out, and then or start guilt tripping me. Girl, you better go on, child. No, I'm sick of you. Honestly, this is the longest I've ever gone without communicating with my sister, and I'm seriously on the verge of giving in. Please don't do that. Am I the
I wonder how
asshole?
much they've guilt tripped her for before this.
Before
Because
this.
she's already giving into this, so she knows making her feel guilty works.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be because they don't want to pay an actual surrogate. Gotta be.
Mm-hmm. Too long didn't read. Am I the asshole for not wanting to be a surrogate for my identical twin sister?
Nope.
No, I don't think so. But mostly, I don't think so because that's a lot of stress on your body. Okay, like no matter how my feelings are about pregnancy and my fears, that I know I have. You know what I mean? It is hard on your body yourself. People lose teeth. I've lost teeth. People lose like your vision warps, like your back warps, your bones literally shift, your organs literally shift. Like it is a lot on
Even
your body.
even if it was nothing, and you just had a baby growing in you for 9 months and then it came out and there was no issues.
Not to
Uh,
mention the mental load on the hormones and shit.
right. But even if like every pregnancy was perfect and no one even noticed they were pregnant and a baby just popped out, um, people can just say, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just live my life for the
Right.
next 9 months and not
Right.
gestate for you.
You are allowed to say no. Period. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much. It's just I just hate the whole stigma around pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why? Why do they want so badly for us to believe that it's all sunshine and rainbows when it's fucking not? Edit. I'm reading all the comments and I want to say thank you so much. I feel better knowing I'm not the villain, but I would be lying if I said I'm not leaning towards just doing it. This disconnect with my sister brings me immense discomfort in ways I cannot verbally express. But I see two frequent questions I want to answer to hopefully get different answers. Money. My mother did not pass from natural causes, it was provider error. This is the future that Republicans want. My father sued the hospital, and my sister and I have sizable trusts with that money. So money isn't an issue for either of us. And that's also why she ain't worked.
Makes sense.
And then her husband is also financially well off. So not working for 9 months or paying for the egg retrieval isn't an issue in any way. It's more so her stubbornness for the baby to share our DNA and for one of us to be
So
carrying
she
it.
just wants her to carry it
I guess so.
pointlessly. Nah.
Since we're identical, if she can't have a baby, how can I?
Mm.
I just got like the nastiest thought. What if the husband wants to see what she looks like while she's pregnant?
Pe-
Because they're identical,
if
so it would
people
be
are
like he would
identical
have
twins,
memories.
I'm gonna say it's pretty identical. Like I don't know what people's obsession is with like when they're dating someone with a twin to be with the twin to see what it's like. It's probably the same. What are you talking about? You got the
Oh my
same body.
gosh. Oh, it's so disgusting.
It's weird.
I guess they might have different birthmarks or something.
Okay.
Right, but that's just like anybody. Anybody. Like,
Right.
you explore everybody's body when you get to know them and start sleeping together. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's starting to feel sinister. I hate
Like
it.
yeah, there's no reason other than she wants her to carry it.
But
So
why?
why would the husband be on board with that? Like is he just checked out? Like yeah, do whatever if you want a baby. Is he just checked out? Like yeah, whatever. Just get a baby if you want one. Like they said, they've been doing this for years. I don't. If you were like pushing your sister to carry a surrogacy for a baby for us, and she was like no, and you kept pushing, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like none of this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see in the update, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Since we're identical, if she can't have a baby, how can I? Hmm. Her lack of her lack of being able to have a child is due to a car accident we were in, which is also the source of the miscarriage
Uh,
she experienced. Oh my gosh. What tragic circumstances for these
right.
the women of this family. You know what I'm saying? Like, geez. Due to her being in the front seat with our father, they took the brunt of the crash, unfortunately. Her body is now unable to carry a child, and she has had extreme complications with egg retrieval. Okay, maybe that's why.
So it is trying to use the sister's DNA because she
Because
doesn't
they're
think she can use
identical.
hers.
Well, they're saying that they can't even get eggs.
Oh, it's complicated.
But complications usually mean that there's like probably, I bet you there's scar tissue or something crazy down there.
Mm.
So they can't even pull them out if they wanted to. Dang, that sucks. Now I feel bad. I don't know how I feel. She's upsetting and I feel upset for her and her travesty or in her tragedy.
I mean, it is sad, but
Tragique.
you don't got to be a jerk.
That's true. Like, ugh.
Like
You can
shitty
be,
shit happens,
ugh,
bro. You got to
God.
kind of eventually learn to live with it.
It's like
Like
origin
even
stories.
if her sister did have this baby, she would still feel bad that she can't have a baby of her own. Like that's always going to be a thing. You need to deal with that. You can't just be like, if I have a baby, it'll fix everything.
Which
It
is,
will
and that
not.
again falls back on the lies that we're told
Right.
about pregnancy. Ugh, sickening. Oh my gosh, how frustrating. I'm not sure about the details of how that's gone wrong, just that it's not working and it's not an option. It is hard to get her to discuss non viable options so that can gain a better understanding. So she's not even telling
She's not
you,
even telling her what she's been through to get to this
right,
point to ask her.
right,
Like, you're just like, do it for me because you
right.
owe me.
It's like, trust me, bro. Doctors will not allow me to be a surrogate due to me not having a child. Thank you so much for this information. We have a family dinner this upcoming Thursday because we always watch football with our dads and significant others. I'm sure this topic will come up if she decides to attend, and I'm hoping I can bring this up to her.
All right. 2 days later, a new update. So I promised an update tomorrow, but my dad actually ended up calling me while I was hanging out and told me to come over for dinner yesterday night so we could talk. I want to start by saying thank you so much for all the comments and advice. Some of you were jerks to not only me, but my sister and boyfriend as well. I still appreciate help. My bad. They
My
kind of seem
bad.
like they're being shitty to you. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I won't defend you ever again.
No, but for real, like I will say that like whenever I tell people and read their stories, I always say like there will be judgment
Right.
on
Like,
everybody
I'm gonna
in
judge
their
everyone
part.
you mention in this story
Yeah.
based on what you mention about them. I don't know
Yeah.
them.
So, damn, she called us out on that one.
Hmm.
You right. You're right. I'm sorry. My bad.
I didn't even ask about what when my dad called. I figured he had spoken to Stacy. Based on comments, I know you guys won't be happy, but I spoke with my boyfriend about where his head was if we were to go forward with it.
Where's your head
Where
at?
your head at? Where your head at? He told me that he loved me and would support me through any and everything, but he would not continue to sit by while my sister made me feel like trash. And if I was doing this under coercion, he would be not able to support me, which I honestly completely understand. So why didn't you give her advice to not do it if you don't want to do it?
I mean, is this not coercion?
Right. This is
Like
definitely
she's
coercion.
sending diary like manuscripts,
Yeah.
like she broke your shit. I'm sorry, like I have so limited photos of my like loved ones, you know what I'm saying? Like that would fuck me up.
When we went over to my dad's for dinner, my sister and brother-in-law were already there. I spoke to them both when we walked in, but only my sister replied. My brother-in-law gave me the most disgusting look and greeted my boyfriend only. And the boyfriend like, I don't like this boyfriend. He's just like chill with them disrespecting her entirely.
Right.
My dad sat us down at the table and there was just this awkward silence and tension I could cut with a butcher knife. Damn.
A butcher
A
knife?
butcher knife.
But I
Hack
mean,
away at it.
right, I was about to say like a hack
Is that
cuz like
tense?
goodness.
He said, somebody talk. We need to get this resolved before the game tomorrow night. Such a dad. Y'all better not fuck up game night.
Right.
Come on. We're not doing this on game night.
The Cowboys are playing.
It's all about them boys tomorrow
Oh my
night.
god, that's my boss. They love the Cowboys.
My
man.
dad loves football. Lol. I started off the conversation by telling her that I did some research, and on top of my initial concerns, I now had a few more and needed to know exactly what she needed from me.
Yeah.
I first asked her what being a surrogate would look like. She just said, "Are you agreeing to it?" When I told her no, I just needed more details, she broke down crying. You won't even discuss it?
Yeah.
You won't even try to convince her or...
Right, like if it was as serious as you would have thought, you figured she would have had some paper drawn up or
Right.
like an outline or something, like something to convince
She
her
would
to
have
do it.
proposed it to her in a way that's like positive and she might actually say yes to and not just be like,
Yeah.
you need to do this.
Yeah.
You're a twin sister.
Right. I bet you she just wants her to just be like, "You get pregnant for me?" Yeah. Cool. I bet you that's what she wants. Will you get pregnant for me?
No.
Good. But no, like seriously, I bet you that's exactly what she wants. She's like, she just wants her to say yes blindly. Like, But I don't know. I just like I at this point would understand. I understand more so where OP is coming from for fear because they lost their mother and then her sister lost hers. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, live in a bubble for the next 9 months because you're too afraid that something might happen to you?
Right.
And then when you leave the bubble and go to the hospital, is something gonna happen to you there? What about like the fact that having twins is so much harder on your body? You know what I'm saying? They are prone
They're
to
twins.
having
Yeah.
twins. So
What if I have twins?
what if she has? What if she has more?
What if she has all four at once?
Right? Like y'all are crazy. Ugh. There's just so much. All right, I'm sorry.
I asked her if she knew that a doctor would deny me from being a surrogate, given that I've never successfully carried a child to term. And she said she knew that, and she would just send my brother in law and I to a center of excellence. We
Okay.
can pretend we're a couple, and once I'm successfully inseminated, then I would request a transfer from that provider to her OBGYN for the continuation of care.
See, I'm telling you, this dude is a fucking
This is
asshole.
weird.
I'm telling you, there's something wrong with that guy.
My father intervened and said that asking me to do something a doctor wouldn't sign off on was a terrible way to attempt to begin motherhood.
Right. Oh my gosh.
You could tell he wasn't on board with any of it, but didn't want to pick a side. Dads. He asked why she was so uncomfortable with the idea of a surrogate, and that's when my brother in law interjected and said, "Don't try to berate my wife with these stupid questions. Talk to your selfish bitch of a daughter
Oh,
about why
get
she
the
can't
fuck.
help her sister."
Get the fuck out of my house. Get the
Nah.
fuck out of my house. You will you. My daughter stays here. You leave my house. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Get out of here. Where's that meme with the man and he's like, get out, or like, you're out. I should get a recording of my big brother saying, you're out of here. Like, oh my god, I'm so angry. Get the fuck out of my house. I'm sorry. It's not even my
This is
house.
insane.
It's not even the OP's house. It's her dad's house, man. Get out. Get out. And then also, if our children ever come home with any of this bullshit, I'm not choosing sides. I'm choosing my children. Everybody get out. Everybody get out. I need to talk to my family. Everybody get out. I need my family now. Now. Fuck y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Want to take a moment? That immediately shifted the mood. My boyfriend started to yell at him for calling me a bitch. My dad told him he could not disrespect his daughters in his home. Everything just went up in flames. My sister was crying, asking me to do her this favor, practically begging.
I ain't doing shit now.
Right.
Not even a fart.
Because now you'd be doing something for that dude.
Right.
Not just you.
Right.
Why the fuck should I help him ever? After this?
Ever.
Fucking asshole.
Asshole.
I told her that if... Remember I was saying, like, why would he be cool with this? It's him. It's him pushing it. He wants kids. And she's, like, desperate for him not to leave her or something.
But for what? What? They got money. She doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. She's got a trust fund, you know. They're 30.
Grow up!
For real. But no, it is interesting though. You know what I'm saying? That 30, like usually around 24 to 26 is when people start realizing that I'm not in a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, let's keep going because
Let's keep going. I told her that if I could trade places with her, I would, but I was scared and just didn't want to die. I thought that was the first time I had said that out loud ever. We couldn't get more solved after that. My dad asked my brother-in-law to leave because he couldn't control himself and refused to apologize. When he was walking out, my sister told him she would meet him in the car, asked me to come and talk to her on the porch, just the two of us. I went out with her and she apologized for her husband calling me a bitch and said that they were just on edge and it's been stressful.
Okay, but when I'm stressed out, my first thought isn't to call somebody a fucking selfish bitch.
Right.
Like, ugh.
I told her that she shouldn't apologize for him and that we'd figure something out. She asked me to consider and just kept saying, "You don't get it, you don't understand." When I pressured her for more, she admitted that her in laws made a cruel joke at one of their dinners recently about how she was a murderer, referring to the child she lost. Wow. That whole family's just trash. She needs to fucking get away. They need to try and help her to get away.
Yeah.
She said she asked him why he didn't stand up for her when they made the joke, and he said because it was true? Oh my god. He made some comments about her not being able to make up for it and how he was so excited to see what their child would look like and how he would never be able to look into a child and see pieces of them both, so she had the idea of me carrying the child and he was super on board. But the way she said it was like he planted a seed and she seems to believe it was her idea.
So, on the one, I really think what I said about him wanting to see her pregnant, I think that is definitely, I think that's a thing. Two, I'm really angry. I can't even remember. Oh, the planting of the seed. The planting of the seed. I rage.
She said she hadn't seen him that excited. She said she hadn't seen him that excited since the baby, and she just needed my help to get everything back to normal. No.
Okay, so there's grief in there along with his bigotry. Disgusting.
I tried to explain to her that nothing would ever be normal again, and
Right.
that what she was trying to do was the wrong thing.
Yes.
But he just started blaring the horn, rushing her to the car, and she said she'd call me later. I feel like I may lose my sister, but I now am not even willing to donate my eggs for her to have a baby with him. Exactly.
Yeah.
I took your guys' advice and looked up the egg donation process, and wow, not at all what I expected.
Oh yeah. Like you have to be like crazy hydrated. You have to like have like astonishing like medical history and all sorts of things. You can't even like be you for like so many months before they start harvesting. Like it's like you basically have to live a different super medical clean life.
It's the same with surrogacy.
Yeah. Oh.
That's why it's like, just because, that's why it's like, even if it's like
I get you. I
easy
bet you
and
it's even
painless
worse
and
because like they actually like watch your habits,
Yeah.
don't they? Like they whereas like if you're getting your eggs, they just want to know what your genes are. You know what I mean?
I want her to divorce him. I'm never going to help her procreate with that man.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
I genuinely think I'd be a surrogate for her to be a single mom before I'd ever allow her to place his child in me or take my eggs to even create a child with him.
Yeah, I don't want to be carrying nobody's monster. That's like the spawn of Satan.
I had no clue that his family was pushing so much guilt onto her. I have literally been jumping at my phone every time it rings because I know she'll be calling soon and I'll have to tell her that. I'm terrified I'll lose my sister, but I can't and won't do this. Probably won't update anymore, but thanks for all the help. I'll probably create my own Reddit now because I'm kind of obsessed with the site. Lol.
It's a slippery slope. All right, so we have an update 6 days later, and it says, I know I said I wouldn't update anymore, but so much has happened, and I can't explain the weird relief I feel typing my madness onto this website. I. What did I tell y'all about therapy and like writing it out is always therapeutic. Anyway, my friend did say that I could just have this Reddit page. I mean, yeah, which relieves so much stress because Lord knows that I wouldn't have made one if I had to do it myself. I had to watch a YouTube on how to properly use this site and what some of the things mean because people kept commenting that I was karma farming, and that's neither here nor there. Onto the update. I mean, on the realest of reels, if I had a story to tell, yeah, I would fucking, do what I could. But also, thanks for not being one of them kinds. Anyway, a lot of you suggested that I be more careful around my brother-in-law for fear that he would become violent. I would say he needs to be erased from the earth, but synonymous. I did not listen. And I kick myself now for not doing so. I thought I knew my family well enough and this was just a bump in the road. How extremely naive of me. My sister called me back the next morning, the day after he called me a bitch, and I unfortunately missed the call because I was in the shower. When I called back, no answer. It was a normal day until we got to my father's house that night for football. Kickoff had just happened when my sister walked in. She asked my dad if he could come outside and talk to her husband, and my dad said no because the game was on. And he could either wait until commercial break or he could come in and apologize like a man in front of everybody who witnessed him disrespect me. She took a breath and told him now he wasn't being completely fair.
What?
How is that not fair? Hello? Hello?
Huh?
Quickly, quickly. She tried to bring up a previous situation, drawing likeliness, and it infuriated my father. He told her that he didn't raise her to make herself small and weak for a man, and said whatever he did that made her think that this is how you have a healthy relationship, he was sorry for failing as a father. Damn.
Damn.
Her eyes started to water and she just stormed out without another word. When I went out to my car after the game was over, I had two flat tires
Oh
and a
my god.
broken passenger front window. My dad put two donuts on the car, used his truck to tow the car into his garage, and told me to take his other car and he would get the car fixed and I could come and get it whenever I had time, but not to worry. He asked if I wanted to stay the night and I said no. Goodness gracious. And you know what's like even crazier is like I don't even understand his beef with her specifically. Like why isn't he like because he's a man who likes to terrorize women. That's why.
That's
That's
pretty
why.
much it. She
That's
said
it.
no.
I called my sister, but she didn't answer. So I texted her and I said a lot. But for the sake of some of it staying private, it was just a I can't believe this is where we are. Loving a man should never call for destroying your family in the process. And she responded by saying, that's the problem. My family is already destroyed and you aren't willing to help me put it together.
Oh my god.
Okay, y'all need to go to therapy.
No, y'all need to fucking leave each
Okay,
other.
that too, but also you cannot replace a baby. Okay? You can't just have another one and everything will magically be okay. That baby still was there. That baby still took up space in your body, yada yada. Okay? When you go to your OBGYN and they ask you how many children, how many pregnancies have you had, you have to say all of them. I know. Because I have to say three, even though I only have two children. Okay? Now, I didn't lose a baby. It was a choice, okay? But it was still horrifying and it was still one of the hardest things I ever had to do and I'm reminded of it every time I go to the doctor. Just because y'all don't want to talk about it, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. He wants to pretend like it didn't happen, but there's no way you can do that. You can't do that. Therapy. I again tried to call her after that. No answer. On the drive home, I noticed a car following me. And when I was able to get a better view, I realized it was my sister's mother in law's car. I know this only because she has a very distinct car decal that I have literally never seen anywhere else. I freaked out and started calling my boyfriend, asking him to meet me back at my place. When I pulled up at home into the driveway, the car pulled in behind me. Don't go home. Why didn't anybody tell you not to go home?
The dad asked if she wants to spend the night.
Oh my God. But even still, you know what I mean? Like, when you know someone is following you, don't go home.
True.
Like, she knew that they were following her. Like, but maybe she knew that they probably knew where she lived. But do they know where she lives?
Yes.
The mother in law?
I don't think it's the mother-in-law.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. I freaked out, calling my boyfriend. They pulled in behind me. Luckily, my boyfriend was on the street. By the time I got out, my brother in law got out of his mother in law's car and tried to walk to me. But my boyfriend was running out of his car, yelling at him. And Jeremiah immediately started yelling, I just wanted to apologize. I just want to apologize. Him and my boyfriend got into a small scuffle before he got into his mom's car and sped off. He did hit my boyfriend's car in the process, but it didn't appear to be intentional because it's still drivable. Jesus.
What the hell?
Why? Why? No, 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 no. No,
Did
no,
they
no,
call the
no.
cops after that?
Oh my gosh.
After he broke your window and popped your tires and crashed into your boyfriend after being chased off because he was following you home?
Right. Like, that's like tripping me out. Like, there's no way that you were just following a woman home at night in the darkness and you approached her vehicle, like, after following her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the boyfriend wasn't there? What if he wasn't there? After this, I obviously didn't feel too comfortable at my house anymore. I packed a bag and went to my boyfriend's house, and I haven't been home since. My dad did add an extra camera and floodlight to the back door and driveway, but I'm honestly not too sure I want to go back, although I will have to at some point. Yes, I reached out to my sister, but no, she didn't answer or respond at all that night or the day following. After that, I would notice that on one day, a red car would be following me, and then the next, a black one. I know you may say I was scared and just thinking people were following me, but I would notice them begin to drive to the police station per the instruction from my dad. Go to the police station. We, who never would say to support the police, would say drive towards a police station because it will deter them. Because what's around a police station? A million cop cars not doing fuck. Not
Right.
doing fuck. But if they see somebody being mad creepy, fucking flag them down. Bet you they leave.
Mm-hmm.
Or they see a cop and then they get nervous because most of the time those people are already nervous. They're nervous until they get the thing they want, which is you alone in the darkness in their hands. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to be nervous up to that spot. So be loud, make noise, drive to a police station, don't go home. Go, man, I will start driving to Louisiana, child. I will hit 20 and leave you, okay? Cuz when I hit 20, I do every bit of 105 all the way to the state line, okay? I'm just
Allegedly.
allegedly I go faster. But no, I'm just saying, oh, it's horrifying. Sorry, guys. And then so she would notice the cars, and then she said drive toward the police station, and then once the station was inside, they would leave. Okay. On Sunday, I went to brunch with a few friends to celebrate one's upcoming wedding and discuss her bridal shower details. The waiter came up to me and told me my husband was up front and it was an emergency. Thinking it was my boyfriend and she was mistaken, I go up to
Nah.
find my brother-in-law. I would have. Can we make a point of, like, if you're in a place, like, let's just text each other. Can we do that? Like, I'll be like, what are you doing here? And then if you're not actually there, then
Oh, okay,
then
okay.
that's a way we can protect each other
Right.
from,
But
like,
also,
your scary family.
I would just go in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
true.
restaurant. He wants her to come outside so she's not in public around her friends. That's literally it. Like, I would never be like, hey, come out here. We need to talk.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and most people I would probably know that you were coming,
Right.
or
I'd be like,
and
oh, I'm
people
coming in
would,
right now.
right,
Where are you at?
or they would probably know who you were, and so
Right.
you would, like, again just walk up. So because everybody who knows me knows Slappa. I rarely go anywhere without him. And then, okay, so it was the brother-in-law. I approached him in an attempt to not make a scene. Nah,
Just
make
make
a
a
scene.
scene.
Speaking low, asking him to leave, or I would call my dad or the police. And he told, or tell the staff to call the police because the
Right.
police will protect you before they would protect a random man, okay, who lied to get somebody to find you, okay? And then he told me that everything just went too far and he just wanted to apologize. The time to apologize was before you slashed my tires,
Right.
was before you called me a selfish bitch, you psycho, okay? Well, I mean, right after.
Right after,
Right
yeah.
after. But even still, like, it's obvious that he was pressuring OP's sister. You should have apologized for that. Get the fuck out of here. We were kind of in the doorway, so it was just awkward. People coming in and saying, excuse me. So I suggested we step out of the way.
No. She is not taking this serious.
When we went outside, he apologized for calling me a bitch, and he said he didn't feel that way. He told me I didn't understand how hard it was for him, and I cut him off saying that it was hard for him, but sorry guys, and I cut him off saying that how hard it was for him didn't matter to me because his behavior was becoming too chaotic and abusive to not only to my sister but to everyone else. He told me that he understood how I could feel like that. You slashed my tires and broke my okay. He reached for my stomach and I instantly stepped back,
Whoa.
and I told him he needed to leave and we could set up a time to talk with my dad, but him stalking me was an issue we could talk about later or I would call the police. He grabbed a fistful of my hair and said, "Don't you fucking walk away from me." Does he think that's his wife? Does he have, is it that creepy thing you were talking about where they have feel possession over the twin?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Honestly, I don't remember much after that. Everything went really quickly and a few bystanders got involved, and he ended up fleeing before the cops got there, but a report was filed. 2 days ago, he tried to come up to my airport terminal telling them that he was my husband
Bro,
and there
in
was
the
an
airport,
emergency.
you should have had them arrest his ass.
Oh my gosh,
right there.
yes.
Like, nah, you're not getting out of this fucking airport, bro.
Bro, BTSA banned, bitch. Never fly again. You stay in this country,
Right.
bitch, or you gonna swim. Fuck you. Oh my god. The same bullshit that he pulled at the restaurant. He was arrested after refusing to leave.
Good.
And he was, of course, bailed out. And he has since taken to messaging me the most vile messages.
Call the cops again.
For what, though? Like,
Bro,
ugh.
get this dude arrested so many times.
My sister did leave after the show he put on at my job, and she's currently staying with our dad, but has been asking me to drop the charges.
Fuck no.
Making excuses for him, and has been very adamant that he didn't hit me at the
He
restaurant.
yanked her
There
hair.
are witnesses, and I'm sure there are cameras.
And he also broke her window and popped her tires.
And
Unless
the dad
you did
witnessed that. And the dad was there for that. You know what I'm saying? So not even dad's gonna take your dad better not. No. Okay.
As long as there's not a game on, he'll be there.
Right. But making excuses for him, even though he didn't hit me, but despite my literal scalp bleeding because of how hard he yanked my hair and the small scratches I have on my neck and arms from him continuing to escalate aggressively when strangers tried to help.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what did he want? I know, please. I'm sorry. I know, it just frustrated, okay? Some of the texts were him telling me the vile things he's okay, well, there it is. How he would forcibly make her pregnant, and he knows that I'm the one who's supposed to bring him a son, and he will kill them both before letting her go. And then she blocked him. So
she
now
said just really concerning.
Just really concerning.
She is so casual about this. I do not like how nonchalant she is about all of this. Like, even it's gotten to this point where he's been arrested and is texting her, and she's like, it's very concerning.
Maybe it's like dark humor sarcasm.
Maybe.
Like, it's like just really concerning. Just somebody send help. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But like, or maybe it was like in the way of that I'm the woman who's going to bring him a son, and if I don't make it easy for him, we'll both die before he gives up. Really concerning, or something like that. So I was hoping it was in a jest, but none of this is jesty. I blocked his number, so all these are coming from a random text now apps. I told the police, and they said that there's no way to prove it's actually him, so until he acts, there's nothing to be done. And
That's
this is why we say ACAB, okay?
Right.
Like,
there's definitely ways to prove it's him. They just don't want to do it, but they don't have to do it. Just put it in the reports.
But he was arrested.
Yeah, you have it
going
on file,
after
his
her.
behavior of stalking and harassing her. Just put it in the reports. You don't have to prove that each text was him until you actually go to court with it. Like y'all should. I hate
But
cops.
they should have called the cops whenever the tires were
No,
popped.
yeah, they
Like
should have done that
they should have,
already.
like
But
even
still,
even at my job, you guys, like when vandalisms happen at my job, and it's under your comprehensive coverage. If you wanted to know, if you have somebody who out there who will break your car, make sure you have comprehensive coverage because it will support vandalism. Okay, and so you have to make a report, or you have to at least try. Otherwise, your insurance might deny you. So please just call the police. Like, even if they won't do anything, you have to have that shit on record,
the bare
please.
minimum they need to do is make a report. If I hate when cops do like we can't
Oh
do
my
nothing, make a
God.
report about it. That's what you can do. You useless bitch. You
Oh
can
my
write down
God.
what the fuck happened at this time. That's all you have to do.
And you know what's
That's
like
all
even
people
worse
need
is like
usually.
the mini true crime. Remember, I used to run an old true crime podcast a long time ago, and like the just countless stories of them doing all the right things and them still ending up not with us anymore. Like it's just really unfortunate how it's not safe to be a woman. Team Bear. Unless it's that zombie bear from that movie Annihilation. That shit was horrifying. I'm literally scared all the time. My boyfriend drives me to work, and on top of the regular precautions I take, more, and I can barely sleep now. I send my sister a screenshot every time her husband messages me, and she is taken to no longer interacting. My dad has asked me to stop doing this because it's beating her down, but I told him I can't even believe she defended him during some of this, and she needs to see the harassment that he is committing.
Right. And also like it's not beating me down to getting it directly sent to me,
Right,
but it's beating
right.
her down for me to let her know what her husband is sending me.
I would change my phone number. I
She
would.
blocked him and everything.
But it doesn't matter if he's still messaging her, he still has the same phone number.
Mm,
So like I would change my phone
you're
number.
right.
But it's like so annoying that she even has to. She even has to. And then because he doesn't have the right phone number, it will only escalate further. You know what I'm saying? And then he can maybe get arrested. Maybe. I don't know. It's horrifying. I feel defeated. I don't even know if me and my sister can come back from this. I feel like I've basically taken over my boyfriend's life, and I feel terrible about it. He hasn't said anything, but his regular gym visits are cut sometimes if he has to pick me up or drop me off when I have to go anywhere else because I'm scared. Being gone for a day due to flights, I know allows him to do more of his routine, but now we're basically forced to live together, which I enjoy, but I'm not sure that he does. We got into an argument the other day about the AC, and I feel like my life is slowly devolving into madness, and I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Everybody's mad confused in the comments, it seems.
I guess there's gonna be more updates at some point. This was just real recent.
This person, I wanted to point this out. It says, I don't know why, but I just don't believe this one. And then if we scroll to the top, I did notice this in the beginning. Even if it's fake, I'm still fully invested. And I gotta say, like, I agree.
So people think it's fake. She is way too chill about everything, I feel like. So
Yeah.
maybe it's like just the plot holes of the movie where no one cares about the things that they could have stopped from happening the whole movie, and that's what makes the actual movie exist.
Yeah, it
Like
is like,
pretty much most
why?
if in most movies if people just communicate
Yeah.
whatever is happening, there's not going to be any drama.
Yeah.
It's always someone hiding something they could just tell somebody about and skip like 30 minutes of a fucking movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But
I could see it being real.
I could see it being real. Like I was gonna say,
Sadly.
like, because I saw a story not too long ago, and I was gonna read it on here, but it made me so uncomfortable that I just couldn't bring myself to do it. It was a story about, am I the asshole for not wanting to wear a bra to sleep or something, and it was just simply the OP. They were having like a family get together or something. So her sister wasn't supposed to bring her husband, but brought him anyway. And so when they ended up sharing a room, she unfortunately had to take the other bed because he wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? And then so she was in her PJs and she was in a top and bottom like PJ set, but she wasn't wearing a bra. Like right now, I'm not wearing a bra. Like I'm just comfy. Like my titties aren't out. I'm just comfy now and my shit's on my stomach. But anyway, why should she? She's at home. She's going to bed. She's got a shirt on. She's not fitted. She's not like in a tank top. She's going to bed. You're sleeping with your wife. Go fucking sleep with your wife. But then like everybody was like, no, you're not the asshole, but your brother-in-law is really weird and you should probably maybe really be careful around that guy. Okay, cool. And then like people, and then it got weird because people were like asking about her boob size, and it got really fucking weird. And then there was an update, and then it turned out that the brother-in-law was talking about her boobs to his wife, which was her sister, which obviously made her sister insecure. You know what I'm saying? And so it created a rift between their sisterhood because the husband was obsessed with the sister and her boobies. Just like in the story we just saw, he's obsessed with her ability to possibly have children, which is up in the air at this point.
Right.
We don't even know if she can have babies. We don't know. Her sister
We ain't
got
gonna
into an
find out.
accident, you know what I mean? And then their own mother passed away in childbirth, and I know it wasn't because her body couldn't handle it, you know, but there seems to be some strange curse on that family, you feel me? But like no, I'm being serious. Like what is this possession that people have on their spouses, siblings? Like that's it's so weird to me. Tell us what you think in the Discord. Join the Discord, and tell us what you want. And just know that like I think we finally got our schedules like together, and I feel good. So anyway, let's go ahead and read our spooky story. And I just also want to shout out that like I do have a discount code for my awesome like jewelry, my nose jewelry, my lip labre piercing. I have a little ghosty that says boo right now, and it's really cute. I love it so much. I also got a dragon. It's got like a heart on it. It's like a little silver jewel heart. And I also got like a rainbow skull, and then I also got a like planet that's like really cool and dangly. And I got a lotus because I always have a lotus librarian because it like represents peace, and it reminds me to like take a breath sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's why I wear it so much. And like I have multiple, like I have three backups, you know what I'm saying? I love this one. And then like I always switch to like a lotus, but I lost it, and that's why I had been wearing my bat for so long. But now I'm so excited. I re-upped. I got my spooky shit for this year. And then also it helps me. I'm just gonna say it. It help me help you, okay? Or help you, which will help me. I don't know. Just use the code. You'll get a discount, and I'll get some money too. All right. I'm just telling y'all. And then I am so excited about the cool book that we got, the Spooky Lakes.
You're doing the intro
And
over again, bitch.
I don't care.
Segue.
And I'm just so excited. Oh yeah, that's right. We're reading the story. I forgot. Okay, that shit's
Exactly.
kicking in. I had a Rice Krispie, and that shit is kicking, bro.
Spooky story
Spooky
time.
stories and spooky legs. I'm sorry I moved it. It's all my fault. All right, so let's jump into our spooky story called Something Terrible Happened with My Sister's Baby.
Oh.
My sister and her husband were attending a friend's wedding in the city and asked me to watch their 7-month-old baby, Sebastian, at their house for the evening. Also, light trigger warning on this, okay? Their house was old, and I was convinced the place was infested. Soon after arriving in the bathroom, I saw a type of bug that I'd never seen before. It had a long black body with red stripes. Soon after I saw it, the thing disappeared behind the sink. My sister left instructions, which I followed. I put Sebastian to bed. He was very calm for a baby. I noticed he was growing hair on his head already, red like his mother's. I sat on the couch with the baby monitor nearby and watched TV. It wasn't long before I dozed off. Nick. I woke up to the sound of my name. I looked around. Nobody was there. I checked on the baby. He was fast asleep. It must have been something in my dream, I thought. But the voice was so clear. My mother, rest in peace, had gone through a phase where she heard voices in her head. I hoped it wasn't happening to me. I was eventually able to calm down and fall asleep. My dream, it felt so real. I was at a medieval king's feast. There was so much food laid out, and all I did was eat. I felt infinite hunger as I stuffed my face, scarfing down sliced beef, tearing the meat from a turkey leg, even crunching on the cartilage. Nick, I shot awake again. Who's there? I yelled. You have such a lovely mind, Nick, the voice whispered. I looked around in panic. Still, nobody was around. I felt strangely bloated. The voice continued. I think we're gonna live happily together. Something was off. I needed to check the baby. Don't bother, the voice insisted. You won't like what you find. I ignored it. When I got to the baby's room, the crib was empty, and I felt a heavy sensation in the pit of my stomach. That's when I realized that there was hair on my tongue. I pulled it off and held it up to the light. It was a strand of red hair. Oh, dear Glob. He was delicious, the voice said. We enjoyed biting into him and crunching on his bones. What have I done? You've helped us feed, the voice went on. We've been wanting to feast on the child for months, but we are a mere insect, much too small for such a large meal. I fell to the floor, gagging and sobbing at the same time. Your brain is wonderful. The other brains were not as easily controlled as yours. As we crawled over your pleasure receptors, we were able to enjoy eating the child as much as if we had done it ourselves. Thank you, Nick. We might never have found a suitable host were it not for you.
Oh my God. He ate a baby.
He ate a baby. They did surgery on a grape.
Stop.
Well done. That is
That was
so
shocking.
fabulous. That was good.
I was not expecting that.
I knew where it was headed.
I was expecting the baby to be psychic or something.
Oh, what? Is that what you were expecting?
Yeah, I thought it was the baby like talking to him in his sleep or something. That was way worse.
Oh, man. Food dreams will never be the same. Heck yeah. Dang, that was good. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed.
If you enjoy that, you're gross.
But also, I don't know. I'm having such a good time. And like, I've been trying to show them love in that subreddit. Like, I hope I don't get in trouble for reading the stories. I maybe should have asked before doing that, but you know, it's free internet.
It's Reddit.
But all the same though, like all respect to those authors, man. Oh my gosh, y'all are writing some fucking gold. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy. And I hope that y'all are happy. I hope y'all enjoyed our story time. It was a crazy story. And then I can't wait to hear what y'all want to hear about the other story I read on my live. And it's on YouTube. If you're wondering, it's that live. There's like a big story right in the middle. That one is the story we're talking about, okay? I'm gonna read it, or if y'all want me to just do it right here on the Vibes and the Delights podcast, or you just want us to do both because both is good, okay? I'll do it, whatever. I might just do it anyway. But anyway, I love you guys. Anything else, Yum Yum?
Nope. Have a good week.
Have a good week. Also, I go into office. By the time you'll see this, I'll be going into office. And I was told to be Yoshi because we're doing like a Super Mario Bros. Like Halloween theme. And that we're going to bring our Switches to work. And I'm really excited to see how I'm going to destroy their faces. Okay. Anyway, love you guys so, so much. And as always, we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.